What's going on, guys? Soul here again for another Summoners War video. As you can see, we got a 12-hour experience boost, 120. Actually, we actually also getting 100 crystals, but I already retrieved it due to the outage earlier. So, but that's besides the point. Today we're gonna do Hall of Heroes. This is my team to do B3, and it's very consistent so far. No fails whatsoever. I don't think my blind even revived one time, but I just keep him here just to keep my runs consistent. Maybe during the last day when I need to crunch more numbers, well, in terms of pieces, uh, I might replace blind with someone else. I I can't decide who. I tried uh, putting Sigmers in place of Hua, but Sigmers always dies because it's really squishy. Uh, well, with Hua on place, maybe I can replace Bride with Sigmers. We'll see, we'll see. But this is very stable. I think I can finish this run in like more or less 6 minutes. Now, what's with the long loading times? Come on. I've been speaking a lot here already and it hasn't loaded yet. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So it's a dark magic knight. Uh, you know, before they released who will be the next Hall of Heroes unit, I had an idea that they might release someone who's gonna be very useful for the Necropolis dungeon. And I was right. While I know for a fact that the Dark Magic Knight is gonna be very useful for Necropolis dungeon, I can't say I'm not disappointed because seeing her skills, I'm gonna explain later. Let's go through her skills a little bit and her stats. You know, oh damn, that Randy, that Randy man. Yeah, this is probably the hardest part of this Hall of Heroes, this second stage, because of Randy, the buffs and whatnot. But other than this, the other stages are very easy. The whole this Hall of Heroes is actually um, quite easy compared to the previous ones. The last Hall of Heroes, the Pirate Captain, is insane because of defense breaks. It's very hard because of defense breaks. But this one, the only debuff that you need to worry about is the heal block. And with Vermos, you don't need to worry about it. If you have Vermos in here, you don't need to worry about heal block. But anyway, um, going back to Magic Knight, yeah, she's very useful in Necropolis dungeon. I'm gonna explain later. I don't think she's gonna be useful anywhere else. Maybe in Trial of Ascension hard, but other than that, no, you won't be using her, say in PvP content. So um, that's why I'm a bit disappointed with that they chose Lanett, the Dark Magic Knight, for this Hall of Heroes. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe someday we'll get she'll get a buff. You know, Jin, the light ninja, just recently got a buff, so we, let's hope for a buff for her. The thing about her, the thing I hate about her is that all of her skills scale with attack, and she's a defense monster. That's the thing about her. That's it's really grinding my gears why they screwed her like that. I mean, she's a dark monster, a dark four-star monster, and I don't understand why if even without this Hall of Heroes dungeon, if I pull her from, let's say, a light and dark skull, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed if I pull her from a light and dark skull, even if we don't get this Hall of Heroes. That's how crappy she is right now. So, is she worth scaling up? Like, farm lots of dark magic knight pieces and skill her up? Probably not, because you if you're gonna use her for the Necropolis dungeon, you want her to use first and second skill as much as possible. And oh, damn, they killed my Vermos. But anyway, you, you want her to use first and second skill in the Necropolis dungeon as much as possible to destroy that Lich King's shield. And while her third skill is pretty good for Necropolis dungeon, you don't want her to use that much. That you don't want her to use that skill that much, especially when when the shield is up, because it's a waste of turn. So bring down her cooldown. Bring down the cooldown of that skill can be it's not gonna be productive for the Necropolis dungeon. So if you have a let's say a fire magic knight or even light magic knight, then try farming as much as possible, as many as possible from this dungeon, so you can skill them up. Fire magic knight is probably the best of all the magic knights, because she's a very good fire uh, fire damage dealer. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It hits hard, and he heals all allies, so it's a good skill. So that's probably her best asset for the Necropolis dungeon, aside from her multi hits, of course. Yeah, I was right in keeping Brian in this team. I didn't expect Vermos to die in there. This is the first time I've seen my Brian revive for this dungeon. It's not, it doesn't happen that often. So yeah, it's kind of a long run. Like I've timed this earlier, like 6 minutes. So yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a quick look at the Dark Magic Knight. I'll tell you why she's the best for the Necropolis. Some people will disagree with me, but I think she's the best for, well, this attack speed of ally monster by 19%. It's not, you don't want to put her as a leader in the Necropolis dungeon. Speed, leader skills, speed is it's not very useful in the Necropolis dungeon. There's a speed cap in there, so you better uh, put someone else as leader. Anyway, just look at her. Just look at her. She's a defense monster, but all her skills scale with attack. So it's. I hope they change the scaling of her skills in the future and make her make them scale with defense instead. And look at that speed, man. 90 speed. That's one of the slowest in the game. So the first skill is the same as everyone else. Uh, it's an AOE attack. It hits 3 times, so that's why she's very good for the Necropolis dungeon. And then this one hits 4 times on a single opponent. When there are more than one opponent, of course the hits will um, will be divided. The 4 hits will be divided among the enemies. But for Necropolis, the Lich King, he doesn't have anyone else. He doesn't have any towers or whatsoever. So uh, this skill will hit him 4 times, and heal block is a very useful debuff for this dungeon because Lich King heals the damage that he deals with this attack. So heal disturb is very useful for the Necropolis dungeon. And this one it only hits 1 time, but it deals damage that scales with the opponent's max HP. So if you can hit the Lich King with his skill while the shield is off, then it's gonna deal a huge amount of damage. I've seen a video where the Lanett hits the Lich King for like 23,000. I'm not sure if Lanett in that video is run properly, but it's pretty decent. It's pretty strong, you know. And the only problem is um, Lich King also, you know, it's like you have a built-in destroy rune when you attack the Lich King. He decreases his max HP over time while you're attacking him, so the damage of this skill will gradually decrease over time too. So um, I can't say it's very effective for this dungeon, but if you hit early with this skill, it's gonna do a good amount of damage. So I still think she's the best candidate for this time. If you don't have a Necropolis beaten auto team yet, you know, of course a lot of people don't have auto team yet for that dungeon. But if you're planning to build an auto team for this dungeon, you better farm Lanett. Even, you know, just one, just farm enough for one Magic Knight, just so you can um, create a team with her for this Necropolis dungeon. So, and also one of the reasons why I say she's the best or sorry about that, perfect candidate for Necropolis dungeon, her defense typing it also helps her in this dungeon because some people may disagree with me, but I think the best stat for survival in this dungeon is not HP, it's defense. Why? Because the Lich King doesn't inflict defense breaks, and um, increasing your defense will decrease the Lich King's damage overall, and thus decreasing the effectivity of his heals. So you want to decrease your increase your defense for this dungeon so that Lich King won't be able to heal that much. Of course, HP is still important, but if you have defense monsters, I think it, you know, well, there are a lot of defense monsters that are multi-hit, so it can be a problem. Only Lanett, so For rune builds, I suggest getting defense substats for her because her defense is pretty decent. It's pretty high, above average actually. I believe at 6 stars, it gets to almost 700 defense, which is good, you know. Rune builds, of course, the best rune build for Necropolis dungeon. If you're gonna use her for Necropolis dungeon, is Violent Revenge. Even Revenge 3 times. You know, either of the two, Violent Revenge, Revenge 3 times, and I would say the primary stats: defense, crit damage, defense, or defense, crit damage, HP. If you're a bit worried about the Dark Lich on the third wave, because Dark Lich inflicts defense break and hits pretty hard. So yeah, I suggest defense. Put a defense stat in there. Just put a defense somewhere there. Defense, crit damage, defense. Why crit damage? And the same reason that you want to put crit damage on Spectra, so he can deal some damage with this third skill. So stack up on defense substats, critical weight of course, and HP. Maybe some accuracy so you can land the heal disturb heal block. So yeah, that's my opinion about her. Uh, let's take a look at the Fire Magic Knight. Why I think she's the best Magic Knight. I think her attack gets over 800 at 6 stars, so that's really high, you know. And her passive is just pretty strong. She's the fastest of all the Magic Knights. She has 105 speed, and her speed gets higher as her HP gets lower with this passive. And you deal 50 more damage, 50% more damage if the enemy has more HP than you. Yeah, she's pretty good. And her second skill prevents cooldowns. Sorry, I worded that wrong. I mean, she silences enemies. That's what I mean. So, I if you have Fire Magic Knight, I suggest you farm as much um, of this Hall of Heroes dungeon as much as possible. You farm as much as possible. What's wrong with me? Anyway, farm as much as possible for this dungeon so you can skill up the Fire Magic Knight. She's the best of all the Magic Knights. For the Water Magic Knight, I don't know. She's she's meh. It's not that good, in my opinion. I haven't even leveled her up. I just I just evolved her to 5 star. I haven't even awakened her yet. I don't know. I heard her multipliers are pretty low, so she's not worth scaling up, guys. Maybe I'll farm the Dark Magic Knight pieces as much as I can and just um, keep them in storage, or no, not storage. From the summoning henge, just keep them there so they won't take up space. And maybe just maybe, if I get Fire Magic Knight, I can use them all up on scaling Fire Magic Knight. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and hope to see you guys in my next video.